Okay, you're booking that next vacation, shopping for airfare, you pick the right flight, and bam! The price jumps on you because the airlines buried the full price that includes taxes and fees. They're not allowed to do that today, but they could be if the airline industry gets their way in Congress.
We don't want to have to do algebra and advanced trigonometry to figure out what it costs.
John Brio with the National Consumer League is sounding the alarm about a new proposal tucked inside a huge House aviation bill. Its purpose? Allow airlines to stop showing you the all-in price of a ticket. Instead, they could advertise the base fare and hide all the mandatory tickets and fees behind a separate link. For the last 11 years, airlines have been saying, "Thanks, Obama," ever since the former president issued a Department of Transportation rule forcing them to disclose all fees up front in their advertised price. But now they're getting closer to Congress overturning it.
So here's how the experience of buying a plane ticket could change for you. Instead of the way we know it now, where the price you see is the price you pay, airlines would be able to strip out the taxes from the advertised price, artificially lower what you see up front. Now, there are a lot of taxes that we do pay when we see these airline fees. We're talking about a September 11th fee, a passenger facility charge. You go down the list, there's a lot. So it could change the way we buy tickets, and it might start resembling the way we buy a ticket to a concert or an event, where a $216 price advertised really turns into $283 at the end.
It's a very simple reason and explanation for why they're doing it. It makes them money.
Studies have found withholding the total cost of a ticket until the checkout screen leads consumers to spend more.
So as you go through this process, you're hitting sort of these psychological tripwires because we think there's a cost to me stopping this and going back and starting over again.
None of the half dozen or so lawmakers who were instrumental to this provision getting into the bill wanted to talk about it. Maybe because they know it won't be popular. An online poll conducted by YouGov for NBC found that 88% of Democrats and 90% of Republicans favor a law that would actually require airlines to show you that all-in price right up front. I mean, you can't even get 90% of the country to agree on free cookies or puppies.
So how is this all still moving forward? Well, the provision is tucked inside a massive FAA bill that also deals with airport and airplane modernization, drone regulations, pilot training requirements, and air traffic control improvements. The top Democrat to sign off on the legislation so far told the Associated Press the giant bill represents a compromise, and nothing is final until Democrats in the Senate get their say. But thus far, the efforts to change pricing transparency have flown under the radar. An airlines advocacy group wrote us they just want travelers to see how much of their ticket price is going to the government. They say $20 billion worth of fees and taxes last year, adding the government should not be able to hide its mandated fees as the base cost of airfare. However, the companies that sell the airlines tickets, like Expedia, TripAdvisor, and Booking.com, actually side with the consumer and want that all-in price displayed up front.
It's essential to put that information up front, the first place where consumers see the airfare.
Noah Pransky is joining us now. It's super interesting, Noah, because, you know, as we all cover Washington here, you've got Congress making this move, but the Biden administration has been trying to actually crack down on junk fees and make, you know, airlines and hotels, et cetera, more transparent. So it feels weird that this could even potentially go anywhere.
Well, it's not unlike the, Republican-controlled House to maybe stick their thumb in the eye of the president here. But just in the last couple of hours, we've learned that 3 Democrats, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Jan Schakowsky from Illinois, and Chris Deluzio from Pennsylvania, have sent a letter to their colleagues in the House asking for their help to block this measure before it gets to a House vote next week on that FAA bill. Now, obviously, with Republican control of the gavel, Democrats are facing some major headwinds here, and that could mean that it's all up to the Senate. And now 2 Democratic sources in the Senate tell me that they are close to the negotiations and that consumer protections are on their radar, not to overuse a pun. But it's not just price transparency here, but also issues like compensation for flight cancellations and prohibiting airlines from charging families just to sit together. Now, often bills in Congress where the 2 sides don't agree just kind of wither away and die. But this one is different because the FAA bill has to be approved or else the FAA can't operate and we don't have airplanes in the sky. So the question is, as we move forward on negotiations here, does the Senate care more about these consumer protections than the House cares about helping out the airlines? The turbulence, Hallie, is just beginning.
I'll forgive that last pun, Noah, but great reporting and fascinating stuff. Please stay on top of that. I'm sure we'll talk again next week.
Sure thing.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.